Pro. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. 5 games behind. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Money, the Cobra out there with the eraser. Then there's Lights Out, and it's Tiny in at the 1. We've got the Doctor. Woolridge is out there with Bottoms. And it's Goose, and it's Fresh in at the 3, the small forward. Clark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here is Woolridge to the right side. Here's Goose. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Lights Out, and the shot is good. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Bottoms. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Money. And there's the pass to Lights Out. Here's Money. A 15-footer. That one drops for him.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. To the middle. Here's the Doctor. And that one's drained from the low block.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Money. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's the Cobra. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the high post. That one, no good.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Outside, Woolridge. Pass to the Doctor. Banked in off the boards. Doctor's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Woolridge. Fast break. Here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Money for the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Money's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tipped away. And here is Woolridge. Passes it to Goose. Clock at 6. Here's Bottoms. From deep 3-point range. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. To the paint. And even 3-on-3 break. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. here's Fresh. Guarded close. Just 5 on the clock. Woolridge's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Now here's Fresh. Tight defense on him. The pass to the doctor. Woolridge left side, and it's blocked. They get it back, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Watson, he's checked in for Fresh. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Don. Passes to the prodigy. Dishes it to Walton. Here's Doc. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Five seconds left to play here in the first. From deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The away team, they're up by 2, and the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Cowboy. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They've got Thunder. Mr. Clutch out there with Woolridge. Then there's the doctor. And it's Watson in at small forward. 5 on the clock. Daniels inside the line. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Doc is out there with the prodigy. Then it's Cowboy, and it's Mr. Clutch, and it's Walton in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Watson, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game. Back to Woolridge. 6 on the shot clock. Inside.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got into position for the steal.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Now, here's Watson. Defense right on him. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Thunder. Woolridge inside. And Walton sends it back. Pass to Daniels. Got a piece of it. You and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at the Cobra. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. T gets it to go from beyond the arc. Goose has got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's Bottoms. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that's a foul called on Bottoms. That's his first foul. Fresh is jacked in for Big Smooth. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Tiny, the pass to Money. 6 to shoot. A high post shot. That one doesn't go. Gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Now the pass to Goose. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the second quarter.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Mr. Clutch. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. Going just 1 for 5. Pass to Lights Out. Here's Money. He's got 5. Passes it to Tiny. Just 5 to shoot. They need this. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Fresh, the pass to Bottoms. Ball's knocked loose. Shoots. They get it back.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Fresh with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Kept alive. They shoot again, and it's blocked. Over to the left wing. And the pass to Lights Out. Pass to the Cobra. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul. Seven seconds left in the first half. 1 second left. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The home team, they lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Bottoms.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Not enough footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. 47% from the floor, getting it done. Outside, Woolridge. Down low, here's Goose, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the basket is good. Tiny's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Woolridge, the pass to Goose. Outside, Woolridge. Pass to Fresh. Shot clock at 5. Bottoms. That one off the back iron and out. Just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Money. It's deflected. Outside, Woolridge. And that one is good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Watson, he's checked in for Goose. And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. And you look at the Cobra, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved. And, of course, Tiny.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Here's Lights Out. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lights Out's got 5 points so far.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Outside, Woolridge. Here's lights out. And that one goes long. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Now here is Woolridge. Here's Bottoms. Here's the pass to the dot. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And that's a foul called in the doctor. That's his first foul. Being a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Pass to Money. Shot from free throw range. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 7.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Knocked loose. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. On Saturday, and then on Monday. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Over to the wing for the lead. It's hauled in by Watson. Hitting at 44%, pretty reasonable. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Money. He's got 7. Unloads. That one wide left.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Mr. Clutch has got his second bucket of the night.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Passes it to Money. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. 5 to shoot. Lights out. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Lights out's got 5 points now this quarter.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
The pass to Thunder. He kicks to Watson. The doctor passes to Thunder. Second chance shot. Misses at the rim.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Lights out, passes to Money. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Doc. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. The home team up 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. We've got the Cobra. The Eraser is out there with Cowboy. Then it's Tiny, and it's Doc in at the 2. Pass to Goose. Left block shot on the way. One is off. Woolridge is checked in for Bottoms. So we can't get either to fall. Being a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Count that one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Thunder. Shoots from 12. Jump shot is good.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Here is Doc. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he nails that one right through the net. Doc's got 4 points now in the quarter. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Woolridge, the pass to Goose. Count the basket.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Fresh is checked in for Big Smooth. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. The pass to Money. Finished off the break. And it's 6 points for the Cobra.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Drains the three-pointer.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Pass to Thunder. Here's Goose, just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer. No good on that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
A nice shot by Woolridge.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, the Cobra.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
The doctors checked in for Thunder. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said we're getting used out there on the perimeter. Inside because we're doing some good things, but outside we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, we'll see if they can close out on their shooters a little more effectively.
Bottoms, he's checked in for Mr. Clutch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession gain now.
Here's Money. Passes to Lights Out. The pass to Money. Just 5 to shoot. Handle is on the break. Here's Bottoms. Drops in the breakaway lane. Done perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's 8 points for the Cobra.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Down low. Here's the Doctor. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
59 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Tiny. Pass to the eraser. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gatling. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Passes it to the Doc. It falls. Doctor. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Tiny. To shoot. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
From deep three-point range. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their family, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.